Hello everyone, this is Karthik. Today let us analyze the subject SFM. Now as per our institute material, SFM is divided into 5 parts A, B, C, D, E. And I strictly suggest you to not follow this pattern. For this subject, I would be following BCCA material. For those who don't know BCCA is a coaching institute for CMA which is located in Newsweedu. And I have followed their marathons to clear my exams. Now basing on their material, I have divided this subject into 5 parts. I have uploaded their material in our Telegram channel. You can find the material over there. Now I have a small request for you. Pause this video regularly and write along with me. After completing this video, go and open that material and compare with what you have written. Like that you would be knowing the names of these chapters. These are the average weightage of those chapters. Part A consists of chapter 1, chapter 2 and 3 which is capital budgeting and leasing which is around 15 to 20 marks. Part B is securitization, security valuation. Part C is portfolio management and mutual funds. This is derivatives and this is forex. Now based on the previous trends, I have calculated the average marks for these following chapters. Also, I have prepared a marks distribution table for this subject to get a better understanding about what chapters are important and about the trend that the institute is following. I have uploaded this PDF in our Telegram channel. Now that we know the weightage of each chapter, now let's go to the resources that are available for this subject. If you can understand Telugu, then blindly go for KUMAR Sir's Marathon. That marathon is available on YouTube in their channel. I have given the link to that video in this video's description box. This is an excellent marathon. You will get a clear-cut understanding about each and every concept. However, there is a catch. This marathon is actually 2016 syllabus marathon. That's why chapter 4, 5, 6 of the above mentioned order are not there. So for these 3 chapters, you can refer Koushik Mukesh Sir Marathon. Or if you cannot understand Telugu, then go for Koushik Mukesh Sir Marathon. That marathon is also very good. If you want to see any other alternative other than these 2, then go for CA Final marathons. The syllabus is almost same for CA Final and CMA Final. However, in CA Final, the concepts are much more deeper. So for overall understanding, my personal suggestion would be Bhavik Chokshi Sir Marathon. Now comes the question, what material should we refer? All the study material questions, all previous year questions of CMA Final, and CA Final study material questions for some selected chapters like portfolio management, derivatives and forex. These 3 resources are combined into BCCA study material. That is the main reason why I am suggesting you to follow BCCA material for this subject. The PDF of that material is uploaded in our Telegram channel. This material covers all the study material questions, all the previous year questions as well as CA Final study material questions. And for MCQs, there is an MCQ Pdf which is prepared by the institute. I will give the link to that PDF in our Telegram channel as well as the description box of this video. That PDF should compulsorily be referred. Some of the questions from this PDF are being as it is given in the exam. So this is the material part. Now let us know in what order we should study SFM. SFM consists of some easy and scoring chapters as well as some heavy chapters. So I would recommend you to go in this order. If you have started with a heavy chapter like portfolio management or forex or derivatives, after completing that chapter, go for an easy chapter like capital budgeting. This approach helps us to maintain a balance while preparing the subject. Since the number of chapters in the subject are very less, generally it is not advisable to take any chapter as a choice. But obviously there will be some topics which we might feel a bit complicated. For me, derivatives was very complicated, so I skipped the chapter. But I made sure to cover all the other chapters perfectly. Because in SFM, the marks distribution is not stable. In one attempt, portfolio management was asked for 40 marks. In the very next attempt, forex was asked for 30 marks. In one attempt, capital budgeting was asked for 30 marks. So if you want to take any chapter as a choice, you should be mentally prepared for a bouncer in the exam. And with personal experience, I am telling you to not take portfolio management as choice. I repeat, do not take portfolio management as a choice. It is a very easy chapter. Initially, it might sound complicated because it has lot of formulas and lot of other things to memorize. Trust me guys, once you complete the chapter, you will know why I am stressing on this point. So do not take portfolio management as choice. Second, do not skip capital budgeting. This is a very easy chapter. We can easily score marks if a question comes from this chapter. Now most of the students, including me, might find either forex or derivatives as very complicated topics. Well, yes, they are very complicated topics, but it is not advisable to take both the topics as a choice. That would be a very risky option. So if the situation does not really permit, it is okay to take either forex or derivatives as choice, but do not take both the chapters as choice. One golden suggestion that I would want every one of you to follow is prepare notes, because most of us will listen to the marathon and will try to solve sums. At that point we might be able to solve the sums, but at exam we can't even start the sum. So when you are listening to the marathon, prepare notes effectively, covering all the formulas, concepts and examples in such a way that we can complete the whole syllabus within one day. Invest more time in preparing notes, because the more the time we invest in making our notes, the easier it would be to revise the whole subject. The second rule is SFM is a very practical subject and it requires a lot of practice. However, there are almost 2 to 300 questions in whole SFM, which is impossible to practice the day before exam. In order to avoid that, what we can do is, while you are solving for the first time, highlight the special point for that question. Special point is that point which differentiates that question from others. In other words, referring only that special point will be sufficient for solving the whole question, because 90% of the question will be the same calculation. So highlight the special point while you're preparing for the first time. Next, out of all those 2 to 300 questions, majority of the questions are repeated models and repeated questions. While preparing, make sure that you mark one question from each and every model, eliminating the repeated ones. This saves us a lot of time while revising the subject just before the day of exam. Initially there would be around 2 to 300 questions, but after marking one question from each model, we would be dropping down to 50 to 60 questions. That would be covering the entire SFM just before the day of exam. And while selecting the questions, make sure that that question will be the most toughest one out of that model. So this is a video for SFM. All the links are provided in the description and all the resources are uploaded in Telegram channel. Thank you.